Good morning, my fellow Americans. This is Bill Carroll reporting live with Bill Carroll from the Fulton County Jail here in Georgia. So, once again, I know a lot of you guys have been following this. You guys have followed this election interference thing they're saying now, or whatever this latest indictment is here on Donald Trump. So the question I raise to ask every single able-bodied American out there with any kind of brain or mentality power, and what I can't understand is why any of the reporters that have covered any of this stuff on the streets haven't asked the same thing. I watched one gentleman from standing outside the jail, right outside these walls. He was right on the other side here. He stood here. He said that he feels Donald Trump should be tried and should be locked up. My question is, what should he be tried? What should he be locked for? What crime was committed? Because you questioned an election? What crime? Did he make votes appear? Did he change numbers in the middle of the night like we all watched on the news channels? Every one of us sitting here saw the same shit that night. What did he do? What did he do? You tell me what he did. I would love to hear. You come across here and give me what criminal things did he do? Did he make people disappear and get killed? Like the stuff, like all the people that maybe had dirt on the Clintons. Remember, they all disappeared and went away? Did any of that happen? Did he, I don't know, did he make Jeffrey Epstein disappear out of his jail cell? We still suspect that some other people had some stuff with that. Made that happen. The bottom line is Donald Trump is is definitely a non-politician. He's hated more by Republicans and Democrats on both sides because he is different. How about that debate? He didn't even show up to their little Republican debate thing. Does his own thing on his other thing. And what happens the next morning? He goes at 52% in the polls going into it, comes back out at 62. Comes back out at 62 when he wasn't even there to talk with those idiots on the stage. Your second place guy, DeSantis, comes in at 14, and then you have, your third place guy that didn't even make 4%. And then down below, they're less than 4%. Kind of tells you why they've been going through this as hard as they have going after him. So we had, let's go way back. So this sort of started off when they realized, oh my God, we have a non-politician in there. So they come after him in the way beginning, if you remember. And we're going back to 2017 time frame. They go way back there, and they came after him with the FBI coalition, which we would later find out was Hillary Clinton had her fingers in that, not Donald Trump. Was anything ever done out of that? Nothing. We haven't heard anything. Is she in jail? No, she's not. Why? Because she's part of the big system. And then he go on through, and what was the next thing we found then? Then there was more FBI bull crap. And then it came up through, we had the old Adam Mueller report. Remember that? That was a good one, and it didn't work, went absolutely nowhere. Then we had the impeachments, and then they went down and went south. Then we have the election, and the night of the election. The next day, we had the January 6th, which, by the way, was the most civil attack I've ever seen. And who would know better than someone such as me? It's been to a war zone. And many of you other military people out here watching this, but yet we didn't see any of that. Nothing of that happened. If you were ever in the fields of combat, you didn't see any of that. Them people were the most civil people in the world. They broke a window down. They went inside. They stayed within the ropes. They didn't destroy stuff in the building once they got inside. Everything was untouched. They walked down through. It was clean. It was so nice that once they regained control of the situation in a few hours, they were able to conduct business in that building as always. That wasn't the rioters. Now, you watch the BLM hitting Philadelphia, destroying stuff. Something else we did absolutely nothing about in our big cities. That was a real mob. That was real. Those of us that saw how real that was. But let's use that as information to go after Donald Trump once again. So we did that. We went after him for the January 6th attack, and nothing happened. So, and then it gets better. Then, then we have the tax stuff with New York. That was indictment 1. Indictment 2 is Stormy Daniels. whore, the old porn star, this and that, right? Well, there's a real credible source. Anyways, there was indictment 2, right? Then we have indictment 3, was that whole charade at January 6th. And now we have indictment 4, which was Georgia. What the hell was it in Georgia? What did he do that was wrong? I still would love to know. Maybe you know. Maybe you can tell me. And then you have all these people that are coming up that are saying now they feel their life is threatened. This and that people are coming after them for coming through, for processing Donald Trump, this and that. You know, witnesses. We had a woman of color was on there stating that they had Trump people were coming after her, this and that, you know, and he's not allowed to say nothing now to protect these people and that, you know, right? Well, you know, I hope you do get busted because you're telling a big lie. And no wonder the American people are fed up and coming after it. You really want to see people fed up and wound up in this? Just watch if they go through with this whole charade. If somehow, some miracle of chance, some blind sheep, some person that's promised a wad of cash that goes through and follows suit with this, right? And carries this through and does what the powers that be, the political parties that don't want to ever see him be president again, go through this. Watch what really happens. Watch what really happens. It'll be much safer inside this Fulton County Jail right here than it will be outside at that point. So, all I got to say is there's a lot of us watching just like I am, and I hope this country finally wakes up and does the right thing on this whole deal. So until then, this is Bill Carroll saying Trump 2024, and I hope you as the Americans sit back watching this, finally realize it's time to say enough is enough and move forward. Have a great day, and listen, if I upset you, some liberal out there watching this, some political person that loves the way things have always been done. If you're upset and you've taken this post in a personal way, if you feel threatened by anything I've just said, and God bless you, my work here is done.